Hello guys, it's me Ronke again. I just want to briefly talk about the Yoruba salutations for the times of the day, the good morning, good afternoon, good whatever that we have. When you want to greet someone, if it's early morning, day broke, and you meet them as early as 7 or 8 or even 9, you say Eku Ojumo or Aku Ojumo. Now they're both allowed, but people would often say Eku Ojumo instead of Aku Ojumo. If Aku, because it's morning where I am and where you are. We are both experiencing the early morning. Then I would say Aku Ojumo, but people would often say Eku Ojumo to one or more persons or to one adult, or say Ku Ojumo to someone who is younger than they are. So Eku Ojumo is equal to Eku Ojumo. The reason why I separated the words was so that you would know how I got the Eku Ojumo. It's just a combination of the Ku and the Ojumo. So Eku Ojumo is basically Eku Ojumo. Eku, like I'm greeting you for this now, this thing that is happening. So Eku Ojumo is Eku Ojumo, which is good morning or good early morning, to be specific. If it's any time in the morning till 11:59, which would still be morning, you would say Ekwaro, which is Ekaro. So people would often say Ekaro if you're not sure about how to combine the Eku and the Aro. Aro is morning. You can say Ekwaro, but people would often say Ekaro. That's a combination of the Ku and the Aro. So Ekaro is one thing that you would often hear for good morning. So Eku Ojumo is like Eku early morning, I'm greeting you for the early morning. Eku Ojumo. Ekaro is good morning anytime, even if it's early morning, anytime still. Like the Ojumo is just to be specific. You can see Ekaro anytime in the morning. So that's that. Oku Aro or Karo to someone that is younger than you. Karo. Ekaro to an adult or to one or two persons, even if they're younger than you. So that's that. You would also often hear Eku Owuro. Owuro is morning as well. So Eku Owuro. You can also hear people say Eku Owuro. It's just a combination, but Eku Owuro is another way to say good morning. I just had to chip that in at the last minute. So Eku Ojumo, Ekaro, Eku Owuro. If you don't want to remember the Eku Ojumo or the Eku Owuro and the other ways of saying good morning, just remember Ekaro. Ekaro is like the basic one that everyone uses. Ekaro or Karo. Let's go to now. Yeah, before I go into the good afternoon, you can also say Aku Aro. It's not, we are both in the morning, we're both experiencing the morning, and I'm greeting you for something that I'm also experiencing as well, the morning. But people often say Eku Aro. There's really nothing, no rule or no law or nothing that disallows you from saying Aku Aro, but people would often say Ekaro because they want to offer that greeting. So it's allowed. It's Aku, we are experiencing what is happening. So Ekaro, Aku Aro, it's allowed. But people would often say Ekaro, just as I've written. So let me go to the afternoon. I don't want to keep repeating myself and going on and bore you. So good afternoon. What is afternoon in Yoruba? Afternoon is Osan. So Eku Osan is how you would say good afternoon, or Ku Osan to someone that is younger than you. And if you're going to combine the Ku and Osan, it would be Ekasan. So you would not often hear people say Eku Osan, say the long form. I'm just putting this word here so that you would know how the words that you would often hear were derived, just so that it's not confusing. I'm trying to detangle the words and set them apart, so that would aid the learning of the language. So ekwasan, ekasan is what you would say, or kasan to someone that is younger than you. There's nothing anywhere that stops you from saying akasan or aku osan or something, but like people purely say that this is like the basic thing. You can say whatever you like, people would know that you're probably new to the language, or just feel that that's your style. If you say akwasan, people will say oh or something like akwasan, we are experiencing this afternoon and I'm greeting you and myself as well for the afternoon, because we're both together. It's the afternoon where I am as well, but people would most often say ekason, ekason, so ekason or aku or son, if you must include yourself in the salutation. So ekwason is ekason. You won't really hear people say eku or son. So ekason is basically good afternoon. Ekason, 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 or kason to someone that is younger than you. Ìrọ̀lẹ́ is early evening. So ẹkú ìrọ̀lẹ́ or kú ìrọ̀lẹ́, which would be ẹkrọ̀lẹ́, or live in the same house with. It's basically good night. You use it whenever you use good night. So if you go to your friend's house and it's quite late, you intend to come back the next day to see them, you say odiaro, odaro, see you in the morning. If you live in the same house with people, and after whatever prayers you offer or whatever you usually do at night, you need to go to bed, you say odaro, which is odiaro. That's different from the eku. So there would be differences like that. The eku and the ku are just the basic ones. So not all the salutations have the eku and the ku and the aku in starting them. Just so you know, just like the enleo, for instance, it doesn't have the aku eku. So good night is odaro, odiaro. Literally see you in the morning. Odaro. Good night. Odaro. So I hope you understand these explanations. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I hope that was helpful.